Scoops, falsehoods, feuds, firings, and a cultural reckoning. Here are the top 7 media stories in 2017. Number 7, late night in the age of Trump. From Jimmy Kimmel's emotional Obamacare appeal.
If your baby is going to die, and it doesn't have to, it shouldn't matter how much money you make.
To the outcry after Charlottesville.
The fact that it took the president 2 days to come out and clearly denounce racists and white supremacists is shameful.
To SNL's searing satire.
Sorry, Kellyanne, I'm in pouty baby mode.
Late night became an anti-Trump force, channeling the frustration and fear of many viewers. Number 6, the antitrust battle of the decade.
Our breaking news, the Justice Department is suing to block AT&T's takeover of Time Warner, the parent company of CNN.
The DOJ argues that the deal would harm competition. But some wonder if this is really about President Trump's vendetta against CNN. After all, there's another deal, this one involving conservative-leaning Sinclair, that's making far less noise. Sinclair purchasing Tribune Media. And now Disney bidding for a big chunk of Rupert Murdoch's empire. Will that deal face the same scrutiny? This DOJ lawsuit brings a lot of uncertainty to the media landscape at a time when Facebook and Google's domination of the ad market is already causing anxiety. That brings us to number 5, Russian ads on social media. Tech giants finally admitting that Russia used their platforms to meddle in the 2016 election.
Facebook told congressional investigators today that it sold about $100,000 worth of political ads to a so-called Russian troll farm targeting American voters.
Similar disclosures from Twitter and Google followed. Hauled before Congress, the companies were shamed for missing Russian interference.
I must say, I don't think you get it. You've created these platforms, and now they are being misused.
Facebook, Google, and Twitter have all pledged changes. But can they be trusted to police their platforms? Number 4, the White House credibility crisis. It started with Sean Spicer's very first statement from the podium.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts.
As the press secretary's credibility crumbled, the ridicule ramped up.
I came out here to punch you!
Spicer left, but his replacement didn't exactly inspire confidence.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders knows what the president said. She just is pretending he said something else.
Fact checkers have been in overdrive this year, and every false statement is another stain on the White House's credibility. But at the same time, there is more pressure than ever on us in the press to be careful and get it right. Number 3, the power of investigative reporting. It created the conditions for Michael Flynn's firing as National Security Advisor. It led to the ouster of Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price, following a story about his use of private planes. And it drove the withdrawal of President Trump's drug czar nominee.
This is something that was an explosive report by 60 Minutes and the Washington Post.
Readership, viewership, subscriptions all way up in 2017 as investigative reporting held the powerful to account. And we saw that again in our top media story of the year coming up. Number 2 is Donald Trump versus the media still. You know, this time last year, we wondered if the new president would tone down his attacks on the Fourth Estate. But no.
You are fake news.
Soon after taking office, Trump called the media the enemy of the people. And he tried to redefine the term fake news to mean any coverage he didn't like.
All I can say is it's totally fake news, just fake.
Trump has lashed out with verbal attacks and empty threats.
It's frankly disgusting the way the press is able to write whatever they want to write, and people should look into it.
Trump's media bashing has sent a chill through newsrooms across the country, but the press and other champions of the First Amendment are not backing down. And the number 1 story in media this year, the sexual harassment reckoning. It was a moment foreshadowed by the April ouster of Fox News star Bill O'Reilly, following secret harassment settlements. It exploded with the publication of 2 stories about movie producer Harvey Weinstein. Exposés by the New York Times and the New Yorker sparked a Me Too movement. that reverberated through every corner of industry and politics.
Stop the rape!
As the floodgates opened, titans of media tumbled.
Veteran journalist and political analyst Mark Halperin is leaving NBC News after CNN uncovered accusations of sexual harassment by 5 women.
Breaking news, Charlie Rose fired, and now 3 more women are coming forward with sexual harassment allegations against the veteran journalist.
Shocking new details about the sexual harassment allegations against Matt Lauer, who was fired by NBC today.
The Weinstein effect is a watershed moment in American culture. But will it usher in real, systemic change? Let's see how the media covers that story in 2018.